All right. Good morning, class. Good morning, good morning. We are halfway through Chapter 3 of our AracKnight graphic novel series. Can you believe it? So close to the end. It might go 5 chapters. We won't know until we finish it. The goal is 4 chapters, a 100-page graphic novel story, split into 4 sections, variant covers, our own take on the immortal legendary tale of the man who becomes a spider. Anyway, let's go over the pages, of course, really brief. We are 12 pages in. And I think what we're going to end up doing here is extending a scene. Yesterday's class, we had pages 11 and 12, and they ended up being Peter. He got out of the. He was shot. He was shot up by lasers when he tried to infiltrate Dr. O's lair. He waited. He was watching Dr. O about to transform and fight the lizard. He took a picture. A nanobot kind of triggered an alarm, and while he was trying to escape, he was shot up in lasers. He's all fucked up when he gets to the dock. And there are 2 boots waiting for him at the dock. We think, of course, it might be thugs or somebody working for the mayor, somebody working for Dr. O. Who the fuck knows? They taser him. But when we have him wake up, he is in the office of Commissioner Stacy. And we basically had Commissioner Stacy and Peter having a back and forth about what's going on. And then the mayor's guards come get him. Commissioner Stacy senses something is up and lets Peter go. He pretends to have a quick struggle with Peter. He tells Peter to knock him out or hit him. He tells Peter to hit him. And then Peter escapes. That's where we left off. But then I started thinking, it was bugging me all damn night. Maybe we should extend this a little bit, get a little more information here. It's tough because when you're making a comic book, you don't want too much boring shit, but if we can make the scene interesting, then why not? So I'm thinking we're going to extend pages 11 and 12 from yesterday, or extend page 12, and work it into 13 and 14 today. It was bugging me all night because Peter should be a little more fucked up, not be able to just leap right out the window. He doesn't have a Wolverine-like healing factor. He's got a healing factor, but it shouldn't be that fucking fast. Otherwise, it really fucks up the character. So let's read over 11 and 12 again, and then get the fuck into it. Page 11. We cut to the service at the Empire City dock. We see a large building formation as the moonlight hits the base of the surface, almost providing a spotlight. S-effects of the bubbles. In my arrogance, I let my guard down and forgot about the doctor's army of nanobots. I should have waited on the camera. I should have been patient. We see Spider-Man emerge from the bubble formation. He is heavily bruised and bleeding, and his suit is torn and scarred and singed in several places. He reaches out and goes up. He reaches out and up as he gasps for air and coughs. S-effects of the gasping and coughing. Spider-Man. I can't call for Ben. My radio is shot. Whatever's left of my Spidey sense tells me I'm not alone. Tells me I'm not alone. As Spider-Man crawls to the dock, he is met by 2 pairs of boots. Evening, Spider-Man. The pairs of boots hit Spider-Man with a taser-like device. Spider-Man groans before passing out in his pain. S-effects of the taser and Spider-Man dozing off. Should we lose the mask? Negative. Boss gave specific orders. Bag him and tag him. We see the unconscious Spider-Man being zipped into a body bag and loaded into an unmarked vehicle. As the vehicle takes off, we see some of Dr. O's minions emerging from the water, armed and observing the vehicle exiting. One of the minions gestures to his communication. Doctor, there's been a development. We see a blurry eye view. Of course, I always get them. A blurry eye view from Spider-Man's POV as he begins to wake up. In his blurry vision, we can slowly make out what looks like Uncle Ben. Where am I? Ben? Is that you? They grab you too? The blurriness subsides, and we see that it is not Ben, but in fact Commissioner Stacy, who is brewing a pot of tea. S-effects of the teapot whistling. Panning out and coming to, we see Spider-Man is lying around across the long leather hover couch of Commissioner Stacy. Commissioner Stacy is bringing a steaming pot of tea and a cup for Spider-Man. We don't need a hover couch. He should be old school. Brewing a cup for Spider-Man. To answer your inquiries, you are in my office. My men have been pursuing you. My men have been pursuing you since your appearance on the Mars colony security streams. My name is George. I don't drink coffee. Spiderman lifts the mouthpiece on his mask so we can sip the tea. Thank you. You kept my mask on? I was tempted to take a peek, but an unconscious man has a right to his privacy. So why am I not behind bars, Commissioner? First, tell me why you were at the docks, and why you look like a shark pile. First things first, Commissioner. Do you trust your men? I don't trust any man. With the exception of my daughter, I don't trust any women. This is a secure room. To say your piece, son. You were right about a lot of things, Commissioner. The mayor, the dead architects. One of them is specifically, one of them, not specifically, is looking to blackmail them. I don't like that line. Should Spider-Man be bandaged? Yeah, bandaged. We gotta have him bandaged. He is bandaged. He is bandaged up. He is bandaged up, but not restrained. There we go. He's just sleeping on the couch. Commissioner Stacy's bringing a steaming pot of. Commissioner Stacy brings over the steaming pot of tea and a cup for Spider-Man. To answer your inquiries, you are in my office. My men have been pursuing you since your appearance on the Mars colony security streams. My name is George. I don't drink coffee. Thank you. You kept my mask on. I was tempted to take a peek, but an unconscious man has a right to his privacy. So why am I not behind bars, Commissioner? First, tell me why you were at the docks, and why you look like a shark pile. First things first, Commissioner. Do you trust your men? I don't trust any man, with the exception of my daughter. I don't trust any women. This is a secure room. To say your piece, son. You were right about a lot of things, Commissioner. The mayor, the dead architects. One of them is looking to black. Is one of them specifically? Seems okay. The one that survived. The one that survived is now blackmailing the mayor. You were right about a lot of things, Commissioner. The mayor, the dead architects. One of them survived. But one of them survived. And now he's blackmailing the mayor. See, should there be a bit of an argument first? He can't just say, "Do you trust me?" There should be more of a back and forth here before we're writing a story. You don't have to always just leap to the next scene. We don't have to do this in such full ADD mode that we don't get a chance to really flesh out a good story. I don't want to just rehash bullshit. But Commissioner Stacy should be more than just another go-between in this video game style story. You were right about a lot of things, Commissioner. About a lot of things, Commissioner. You were right, Commissioner. You were right, Commissioner. The mayor, the dead architects. The mayor, the dead architects. The catacombs of Empire City is a graveyard. The catacombs of Empire City is a graveyard. But one of them survived, and now he's blackmailing the mayor. And he's got a ton of footage. What do you know about that pounding at the door? Okay, so maybe we'll get into it later on. Because I'm almost liking where the scene is. Commissioner Stacy wants to question Spider-Man, but even he doesn't get a chance to do it. I just wanted to make sure the scene wasn't flawed. Commissioner Stacy opens the door and sees an armed security detachment with Oscorp tags and badges. Evening, gentlemen. Can I help you? We represent the mayor, sir. He's been given intelligence that says you have the suspect Spider-Man in your custody. The mayor requests he be turned over to us. We brought in the appropriate restraints. We brought the appropriate restraints if yours aren't fully sufficient. Sir. Appropriate? What intelligence? I've only recently acquired the suspect, and he's currently unconscious. Allow me a chance to question him. I'm afraid that's not possible, Commissioner. We've been given specific orders to supersede. What's the word we're looking for? To supersede your authority. I'm afraid that's not possible, Commissioner. We've been given specific orders to supersede your authority. We've been given specific orders and to supersede your authority. The mayor believes the suspect is behind another possible terrorist attack against the city. The mayor believes the suspect is behind another possible terrorist attack against the city. All right, so there's the reason they're giving him. Close-up on Spider-Man coming to. His bandages flying off. He uses his enhanced senses to listen to the conversation as he sees the commissioner is stalling for him. The mayor believes the suspect's behind another possible terrorist attack against the city. I'm afraid that's not possible, Commissioner. We've been given specific orders and to supersede your authority. The mayor believes the suspect is behind another possible terrorist attack against the city. Close up on Spider-Man coming to, his bandages flying off. He uses enhanced senses to listen in like that on the conversation as he sees the commissioner is stalling for him. I've told no one of my acquisition. What source is your intelligence, sir? The mayor was able to put a tracker on the suspect, Commissioner. Spider-Man will say a tracker. I would be able to put a tracker on. The only time I was around him was during the interview. Which means if he's tracking me, then that would lead him back to home. Locking the door behind him, the commissioner approaches and grabs Spider-Man. Do we like this line? Let's go through this again really quick. A tracker. So this is Spider-Man finally talking to himself, a tracker. I would he be able to put a tracker on? The only time I was around him was during the interview. Which means if he's tracking me, then that would lead him back to home. This is the moment where Peter starts to believe, even though Norman's a nut job, but this is the part where Peter is pretty much convinced that Norman Osborn knows he's Peter fucking Parker. And knows that he's Spider-Man. Locking the door behind him, the commissioner approaches and grabs Spider-Man. Commissioner Stacy, someone close to me is in grave danger. I'm going to have to ask you to trust me and get me out of here. Sorry, kid. Looks like it's now out of my jurisdiction. The mayor's minions are waiting outside. The only way is out the window. I'm afraid you're going to have to knock me out to get there. Spider-Man hesitates, but he sees the commissioner wink at him as they square off about the fight. Time's wasting, kid. I'm an old warhorse, but I can still take a hit. Doing his best to hold back, Spider-Man hits the commissioner with a lariat-style clothesline, knocking him into his couch for a perfect landing as the couch flips backwards. Sorry, Commissioner. Hope you stick the landing. Alrighty. We'll make it smaller to fit the pages, but it is a little annoying from an OCD perspective when it bleeds into your next page, but don't worry about it. Don't worry. Alright, pages 13 and 14 today. We don't want to shorten the scene. We'll have another go between Spider-Man and the Commissioner later. After reading the scene over, it works. Because it shows that this maybe is something that is happening at lightning speed, where Spider-Man doesn't get a chance to fucking breathe. You know? Let's move our notes. Guards will shoot at Spider-Man as he gets back to make sure Uncle Ben has been compromised. Either Ben will get the jump on whoever the mayor sends, or he won't send anyone, preferring to have a code to go after Peter man to man. I like that better than the damsel. I'm never a big fan of I'll go after your family. It's just been done too fucking much. I find it irrelevant. I almost feel like if we can give, this is important. If you look at Scarface, one of the most important scenes in Scarface is when Scarface is pushed as a villain. He's a drug dealer. He's an asshole. He's a murderer. He's an assassin. He's a piece of shit. But then you realize when he gets that contract to kill the senator, I think it was a senator or congressman, one of these pains in the ass politicians, and he's going to do it. He's got no problems taking a guy out. But then he gets to the city, and I remember he's with the assassin with the bomb in the car and the remote, and the guy's getting in the car with his wife and kids. And then all of a sudden, in that magical fucking moment of brilliance, you see that Scarface is not going to kill an innocent wife and kids. He's like, I don't give a fuck about no politician. We all hate politicians. They suck. Because I don't kill no wife and kid. I don't kill no woman and children. You realize that he's never killed an innocent person. So while he's a bad guy, he has a code. The difference between a bad guy and evil. And I almost feel that if we have, all right, he's going to go after Ben, go after Aunt May, go after Mary Jane, which they do in every fucking movie. If we get away from that one, we're automatically contrarian. And you don't automatically have to hate as a writing device. You don't have to hate Norman Osborn. You don't have to hate Dr. O because they'll have a fucking code. We want the code. Ben will get the jump on whoever the mayor sends, or he won't send anyone. Because actually, you can almost have it where Norman Osborn doesn't go after Uncle Ben, but like Dr. O could. Again, unless we want to have a code between villains. Spider-Man could go after. You know what we can have here? I'm getting inspired. I'm getting inspired here. Spider-Man can go back to his place, looking to make sure Uncle Ben is okay. There can even be a box of something from Uncle Ben, and a nanobot could pop out. And a nanobot, that could be the threat. And that could be where we have our whole code scene, our fucking code amongst men. I like this. I like where we're going here. We're using these notes now. We're even going to put it in the scene. If you have to get something for Dr. O, something for the lizard. $13. We get to have a one-off here between Dr. O and Peter right now. If we do this right. All right. We see the guards, the mayor's minions, burst through the door with a ram device as Spider-Man, now sans his badges, his bandages, leaps to the window over to the window. The mayor's minions open fire on Spider-Man as he leaps from the window and into the Empire, into the night sky over Empire City. He's got to ditch the tracker, of course. Really quick. SFX of the door being broken open by the ram. SFX of the gunfire. All right, so Spider-Man's got to ditch the tracker. He's got to go back to his place. He's got to go back to his place. And mind you, he's got to ditch the suit. He's got to ditch the suit before he goes back to his place. All right, he's got to ditch the suit, then get back to his place. There'll be something in the box, a present or something from Ben. He'll open it up. It'll be a nanobot giving it an open line of communication to Dr. O. Okay, so what we got to do here? Peter has to ditch the suit, then get back to his place, find that Ben is not there, but left the gift. Peter opens the gift, and it is a nanobot, which puts him into a one-on-one with Dr. O. I'm really like where we're going here. We get some more back and forths now. If the dialogue is sharp and fun, then you don't mind the loss of action. Let's do a quick little mining operation to see what we can do with this page. Let's see what we get. Amazing Spider-Man 69. Got to admit, this particular arc of stories, when you're a kid, they're kind of fun, but when you look back now, they're a little stupid. This essentially is the Benjamin Button storyline, where Spider-Man is going after the Kingpin because the Kingpin is stealing some ancient tablet from the university. The university was having a protest at the time, so Kingpin took advantage. He let the protest get out of hand. He fucked a bunch of people up. Nobody mentions his wife. He loves Vanessa. The thing is, when you look at the Kingpin, it's kind of fun because you almost picture it now. When you read the Kingpin, you try to play around with it now and picture it as being like Vincent D'Onofrio. The people want to know if those young anarchists will be punished. They helped the Kingpin steal the tablet. See, the protesters get blamed. That's a strong word to use for a group of youthful protesters, Jameson. So we're seeing a lot more Captain George Stacy here. We're having fun now. This is our Commissioner Stacy. You boys weren't part of the Kingpin's plans. Of course, they're getting blamed because they're black. Robbie Roberts says, Jesus Christ, kid, you're a fucking pain in my ass. I fucking worked my ass off to send you to college. You're hanging out with this Afro jackass. Gwen Stacy's got great fucking titties. They all want to touch Gwen Stacy. She smacks people in the face. She's going to see her dad. What's got you all steamed up? He said some rotten things about Peter. You're upset because you think they might be true. Peter Parker. He's listening in. He sees the Kingpin. Do we finally get to see the Kingpin's cool-ass fucking hideout? The Kingpin used to have a cool hideout that changes locations. Spider-Man comes in. They shot up his shirt. He threw in a fucking web dummy. He's punching guys here. He's whipping some ass. The web dummy's gone here. He strings him up. He fucks him up. He throws him into a wall. Spider-Man kicks him, hits him with a fucking desk. He punches the desk. He punches the wall. He punches his face. If you remember season 3 of Daredevil, that fucking goddamn awesome, that final scene, that fucking three-way fight between Kingpin. Was it season? No, season 2. Wait, was it? Or season 3? Kingpin, Bullseye, and fucking Daredevil in that triple threat match in the Kingpin's penthouse is like the greatest thing ever. So it's kind of fun when you're watching the old school fight scenes. They're taunting each other. They're fucking punching each other up. He kicks him in the face. This is merciful. The numbness. My Kane will pick up off the wall. The Kane. He shoots him here. Shoots him in the chest. The scientist is getting away, but he doesn't get away. The Kingpin, they put him in fucking things. He's going to fuck the wall crawler up because he got arrested. The explosives. Hold him up. Kick him up. Raw strength. Raw power. There it is. The tablet. He gets the fucking tablet. But then they're shooting at him, and he's pissed. He's sick of being the fall guy. Spider-Man is blamed for taking the tablet. What we could really use out of that particular issue to mine is the fact that now Dr. O is going to talk about how he's going to be hunted and what a fucking stupid thing he's doing getting involved in this fight between him and the mayor. S effects of the gunfire. Okay, so let's get it. Swinging out into the night. Spider-Man realizes he's being tracked. He flip kicks off one of his web strands, and makes for an alleyway. You see him standing over a fire. Over a fire in his underwear as he torches his suit and clothing. Cut to Peter arriving at his apartment in the sky. Arriving at his rooftop loft. Looking exhausted and dirty as he hopes Ben is there and not in danger. Peter will see a gift box on his table. The card from Ben. Panel 8. When Peter opens the box, a nanobot flashing a laser screen at Peter's eye pops out and open. Boom! We have laid out our page. Now we need some dialogue. We've laid out the art direction. Again, because there's some more short forming, we're going to make it an 8-panel page. We've got a lot of shit going on, a lot of conversation, a lot of small stuff. We always like to try and stick to 6 panels a page. However, sometimes we're just doing like face-offs and like boring, generic shit. You want to dress it up a little more, fill it with some more cool shit or more cool story. Every page must have its justification. Okay. Spider-Man now sands his badges, leaps to the window. SFX of the door being broken open by the ram. Mayor Minion. In the name of Empire City. In the name of Empire City. You are under arrest. In the name of Empire City. In the name of Empire City, you are under arrest. Mayor Minion 1. Mayor Minion 2. Save it, rookie. Open fire. All we can do is stop that man, blast him, you know? You go old school like, let's do old school. Let's go fucking old school Spider-Man. Stay in the name of Empire City. Fuck that shit. Stop that man. Blast him. Stop that man. Blast him. Mayor's minions open fire on Spider-Man as he leaps from the window and into the night sky over Empire City. SFX of the gunfire. Spotlights start to come to light as they try to lock onto Spider-Man as he tries to escape with what's left of his web shooter. And Spider-Man's busted web shooter. SFX of the gunfire and Spider-Man's busted web shooter. Da, da, da. All right, Spider-Man. So this night has been an overall bust. So this night has been an overall bust. But at least I have an ally in the commissioner. So this night has been an overall bust, but at least I have an ally in the commissioner. I think. Spider-Man will say. This night has been an overall bust, but at least I have an ally in the commissioner. I think. Swinging out into the night, Spider-Man realizes he's being tracked. The only reason he decided to trust me was because He learned the mayor was tracked. Oh, shit. The only reason he decided to trust me was because he learned the mayor was tracking. Ah, shit. Says, I gotta ditch the suit. He flip kicks off one of his web strands and makes for an alleyway. I gotta ditch the suit. We see him standing over a fire in his underwear as he torches his suit and clothing. When I got started, when I got started on this adventure, it was all about tracking down the chameleon. When I got started on this adventure, it was all about tracking down the chameleon. Now I've got the mayor, some mad scientist. Now I got the mayor and some mad scientists. When I got started on this adventure, it was all about tracking down the chameleon. Now I've got the mayor and some mad scientist. I'm in way over my head. I'm in way over my head. Now I'm down my skivvies. When I got started on this adventure, it was all about tracking down the chameleon. Now I've got the mayor and some mad scientist. I'm in way over my head. I'm in way over my head, way out of my tax bracket. Now I'm down to my skivvies. Part of me is saying, part of me is telling, part of me wants to bow out. Part of me wants to bow out, call it a loss, and let the kings, call it a loss and let the kings dance. Part of me wants to bow out, call it a loss and let the kings dance. But if something happened to Uncle Ben, my fault. Again. But if something happened to Uncle Ben, it would be my fault. And it would all start over again. It would all start over now. I don't like that one. But if something happened to Uncle Ben, it would be my fault. And the circle, and on goes the circle. I like that. But if something happened to Uncle Ben, it would be my fault. And on goes the circle. We cut to Peter riding at his rooftop loft, looking exhausted and dirty as he hopes Ben is there and not in danger. Now he's Peter Parker. Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben could more than handle himself. So I had faith that he would be all right. But would it be selfish faith? Uncle Ben would be more. Uncle Ben could more than handle himself. So I had faith that it would be all right. That he would be all right. But would it be selfish intent? Would it be selfish intent if I had hoped? If I had hoped he'd be waiting at home? But would it be selfish intent if I had hoped he'd be waiting at home with a six-pack and a pizza? Uncle Ben could more than handle himself, so I had faith that he would be all right. But would it be selfish intent if I had hoped to be waiting at home with a six-pack and a pizza? So I like that. Peter will see a gift box on the table with a card from Ben. Narrative. Peter will see a gift box with a card from Ben. So we could say here, instead of just confusing my letterer, we'll put it here. Ben, you around? Peter will see a gift box on his table with a card from Ben. Ben, you around? Guess not. But you left. But you left a gift. Please be a pizza. Please be a pizza. Please be. Well, he said pizza. He said, please be a cupcake. Oh, please be a cupcake. The idea is where he's fucking starving. Got his ass kicked. Ben, you around? I guess not. But you left a gift. Oh, please be a cupcake. Peter opens the box. A nanobot flashing a laser screen at Peter's eyes pops out and opens. As effects of the nanobot striking and transforming. As effects of the nanobot striking and popping out at Peter. Dr. O. Good evening, Mr. Parker. Good evening, Mr. Parker. Boom! Page 13 is done. I got a fart. 1 second. Let's move 14 down there. I like it. Peter opens the box. Nanobot pops out. Strikes a little laser towards Peter's eyes. Good evening, Mr. Parker. Remember, Peter got knocked out. He got taken to Commissioner Stacy's. He was sleeping there for a little while. He woke up at Commissioner Stacy's. He escaped Commissioner Stacy's, burned his fucking suit. Now he's home. This gives Dr. O enough time to get one of his minions to drop something in there for Peter. So we can move these notes. We're not using these notes yet. page 15. So now on page 14, we're doing a little one-on-one with Peter and Dr. O. Just me and Jenny, amazing festival, lots of hot chicks. Nice. Good for you, buddy. One of my best buddies is getting laid. Lives in a fucking badass apartment right near the Nationals Park. The man, the myth, the legend. Mr. Marshall. Dude. Let's do this shit. Page 14. All right. We did good. We got him out of the commissioner's office. We got him shot at. We got him back to his apartment. We burned the suit. And now he's back at his apartment. There was a little gift box waiting. That gift box is a nanobot. So now Dr. O is going to threaten Peter. What do we get out of this comic book? Do we get enough to play with? We got 6 more panels, 6 more lines of dialogue, and then page 14 is done. Class is dismissed. Makes off with priceless clay tablet as police apprehend his partner, the Kingpin. So now the Kingpin's going to say, yes, Spider-Man is working in cahoots with me. Save your breath, Kingpin. Your destroying days are over. This cops are fucking with the Kingpin. He ran off and left me. That's the gripe. Wait till I get my hands on him. Kingpin is behind bars. He's saying, yeah, I'm working with Spider-Man. They're fucking with him. He doesn't like that. He's going to start twisting and turning the bars. For once, I thought everything had turned to A-OK. Catch the Kingpin, save the tablet, which I was going to return. Then they started shooting at him. So he's pissed. He's got the tablet. He's pissed off. He can't read it. He knows the only guy that could probably read it is his good old buddy, Dr. Kirk Connors. But the cops are after him. Everybody's after Peter. He can't fucking sleep. He can't fucking do nothing. Everybody hates him. J. Jonah Jameson hates him. Gwen Stacy needs dick. She's going to the fucking the mayor. Joe and Randy Robinson. He can't take it. He says, you know what? Let me do some web slinging. Then there's Gwen. It's okay, Gwen. I'm a little tired, I guess. Ugh. You know, he's got a great piece of ass right here, and he's just always with the fucking Spider-Man bullshit. You are a fucking coward. You're an asshole. Meeting with the dean about his son. Saving his son's career. They'll meet us. I realize how mistaken I was. You protesters didn't do shit. The dean recommended amnesty for all the protesters. Commissioner Stacy helped out. So what are we doing here? Working for the Whitey Cats. Oh, these are annoying issues whenever they bring up the racial crap. Dr. Kingpin fucking fucks shit up. He beats up the guards. He beats up everybody because he's the Kingpin. He says, holy shit, let me go see anybody that knows hieroglyphics. But he can't get to anybody because all the cops are after him. They're shooting at him. He's got to beat people up. He's got to fuck some people up. He's got to shoot some fucking webs. Webs are getting shot at him. He's breaking up fucking army things. He's breaking up heists. But the Kingpin is there, and they're going to fight, and he's going to fuck shit up. And I think this is when the first time he says, look, I see a chick in there, a girl in the car. Get in the car, you prick. There's a woman driving the car. It's Vanessa. The first time we ever see Vanessa. J. Jonah Jameson has a heart attack because Spider-Man wants to scare the shit out of him. He is a fugitive. He's dangerous. Nobody can fucking stop him. He's a pain in the ass. He's a piece of shit. What do we get out of that comic book? A little bit more of the same. Because the Kingpin storyline is Kingpin basically saying, yeah, me and Spider-Man are teaming up. He stole the tablet. Spider-Man tries to return the tablet. The protesters are giving shit, even though George Stacy is helping out. I can't say I'm a big fan of this arc. This next issue is basically Spider-Man is still a fugitive because of the fucking tablet. He can't figure out where to take it because everybody's shooting at him. The cops are just shooting at him like crazy. It's a little overblown. It's a little democratic here. A liberal wrote this fucking issue. Or Stan Lee was trying to get tail from some fucking chick on a college campus and he wrote this fluff. So I'm not a fan of it. The only real mining that we get is we showed Commissioner Stacy, which helped us out there, being more involved in the storylines before he gets killed in about 19 issues. So here Quicksilver is going to show up. If we can't get what we need right now, we'll come in, we'll turn around here, we'll try to mine this issue. What do we got? The imagery will show Peter a picture of his uncle sleeping. Okay, show a picture of his uncle Ben walking while holding a bag of groceries. Peter looks on as he sees a bullseye, a red bullseye target. No, a red laser target pointed at Uncle Ben's heart. Uncle Ben doesn't seem to see it. Dr. O talks over the video while Peter looks on in anger and exhaustion. Dr. O. First things first. No, first things first. First off, do not fret over your uncle. Regardless of what you think of me. Regardless of what you think of me, or what lies the mayor has told, I have a code. I don't go after innocents. However, that doesn't mean I don't have the capabilities. First off, do not fret over your uncle. Regardless of what you think of me, or what lies the mayor has told, I have a code. I don't go after innocents. However, that doesn't mean I don't have the capabilities. Then what do you want from me? I want to know why you choose to get involved in a situation that doesn't concern you. I want to know why you chose to get involved in a situation that doesn't concern you. The mayor must answer for his crimes. What we have here, I'd like to just not just make this a good old-fashioned I threaten you, you threaten me. The doctor should reveal a connection. I want to know why you chose to get involved in a situation that doesn't concern you. The mayor must answer for his crimes. I have been patient I've been patient with your antics as a token of respect, for your parents. You knew them. First off, do not fret over your uncle. Regardless of what you think of me, or what lies the mayor has told, I have a code. I don't go after innocents. I don't go after civilians. However, that doesn't mean I don't have the capabilities. And what do you want from me? I want to know why you chose to get involved in a situation that doesn't concern you. The mayor must answer for his crimes. I have been patient with your antics as a token of respect for your parents. Close up on Peter shot. You knew them. You knew them. Indeed, I did. And I'm here to tell you they weren't the unassuming. Indeed, I did. And I'm here to tell you that they weren't the unassuming angels you hope to make them out to be. Indeed, I did. And I'm here to tell you they weren't the unassuming angels you hope to make them out to be. You hope to make them out to be. They knew who they were working for. Indeed, I did. And I'm here to tell you that they weren't the unassuming angels you hoped to make them out to be. They knew who they were working for. And you were their greatest achievement. I was an accident. Mini close up on the nanobot screen, which shows the grainy but creepy close up of Dr. O's eyes. All right, I'm liking where we're going here. Let's do some creepy reveals here. Let's do some creepy reveals, ladies and gentlemen. They weren't the unassuming angels you hoped to make them out to be. They knew who they were working for. And you were their greatest achievement. Indeed, you were. The unwanted offspring with glorious purpose. Close-up on the nanobot screen, which shows the grainy but creepy close-up of Dr. O's eyes. And you were their greatest achievement. I was an accident. Indeed you were. The unwanted offspring, with glorious purpose. When their super soldier serum when their super soldier serum failed. When their super soldier serum failed and mutated. Poor Dmitri. You would become their next attempt. You would become their next attempt at human trials. Do you like that? Close up on the nanobot screen. I was an accident. Peter could say, I was an accident. Indeed you were. The unwanted offspring, with glorious purpose. When their super soldier serum failed and mutated poor Dmitri, you would become their next attempt at human trials. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. My parents had no intention. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. My parents had no intention. So don't use me. So don't use me as a way to forego your agenda. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. My parents had no intention. So don't use me. So don't use me. So don't think. So don't think you'll use me as a way to forego your agenda. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. My parents had no intention. So don't think you'll use me as a way to push forward as the way to push forward your revenge. When their super soldier serum failed and mutated poor Dmitri, we would become their next attempt at human trials. You're a manipulative fool, Doctor. My parents had no intention. So don't think you'll use me as a way to push forward your revenge. The legs of the nanobot clutch Peter's hand. Ensuing what's the word I'm looking for? The legs of the nanobot clutch Peter's hand, zapping him with a small electrical shock. The legs of the nanobot clutch Peter's hand, zapping him with a small electrical shock. The legs of the nanobot clutch Peter's hand, zapping him with a small electrical shock. SFX of the shock. Nanobot Shocking. Peter. Right, yeah, the line. Do not. Do not what? What is he insult? Do not. Do not profess. Do not profess your winged theories. Do not profess your winged theories to a man of my superior intellect. I'm merely telling you that the spider. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents. That the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. Do not profess your winged theories to a man of my superior intellect. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. You're just a boy. But you can be a man with great power. So we keep throwing that joke in there about the whole great power with great responsibility. So we can even have the doctor fuck with him right now. Do not profess your winged theories to a man of my superior intellect. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. You're just a boy. So again, the whole you're a boy, be a man, that whole thing. Do not profess your winged theories to a man of my superior intellect. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. What you mistook for love was merely preparation. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. What you mistook for love was merely preparation. Your parents were puppets, and you're. He's basically telling them your parents didn't love you. They had you to fucking experiment on you. I'm merely telling you that the spider beat your parents to your inevitable fate. What you mistook for love was merely preparation. Your parents were puppets, and you are a specimen. Peter, looking more awake now, angry and determined, holds the nanobot in his hands, gripping it like a baseball. The doctor continues to taunt him. See, I'm having fun with this page here. We're having fun. We're having some fun. You were just a boy then. You're still a boy now. You're still a boy now. You come work for me. You were just a boy then. You're still a boy now. But if you come work for me, you could be a man with great power. Peter, looking more awake now, angry and determined, holds the nanobot in his hand, gripping it like a baseball. The doctor continues to taunt him. He's trying to get Peter to work for him. This is what I like here. This is how we're ending this scene today. He wants to get Peter to come work for him. The good old Darth Vader, come work for me, motherfucker. You were just a boy then. You're still a boy now. But if you come work for me, you could be a man with great power. You were just a boy then. You're still a boy now. But if you come work for me, you could be a man with great power. Peter tosses up the nanobot, almost like a soccer ball, floating in midair. Peter will say, and with great power. So Peter tosses up the nanobot almost like a soccer ball, floating in midair. And with great power, let's do another panel. Bending it like Beckham. Peter hauls off and soccer kicks the nanobot out of his bedroom and into the night sky over Empire City. SFX of the soccer kick. I like that. And with great power, bending it like Beckham, Peter hauls off and soccer kicks the nanobot out of his bedroom and into the night sky over Empire City. SFX of the soccer kick. We're going to have one more panel here, as if on cue, Uncle Ben enters the apartment with the bag of groceries. What did I miss? By the way, you look like shit. What did I miss? By the way, you look like shit. What did I miss? You look like shit. All right, don't get rid of by the way. What did I miss? I like that. What did I miss? You look like shit. I love that. That's a great fucking end. It's a great way to end the scene. That's fun. So Peter says here, SFX of the soccer kick. I'm going to end this right. I'm going to end this with some fun. It's a fun fucking scene to write today. Sometimes you gotta have fun in your fucking story, in between all the action and intrigue. And with great power comes great. So you always gotta have a play on it. Instead of with great power, what did we do last time? Comes great lung capacity. With great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great what? With great power comes great dexterity. There we go. Bending it like Beckham, Peter hauls off and soccer kicks the nanobot out of his bedroom and into the night sky over Empire City. SFX of the soccer kick. With great power comes great dexterity. As if on cue, Uncle Ben enters the apartment with a bag of groceries. What'd I miss? You look like shit. Ladies and gentlemen, page 13 and 14 in the books. Tomorrow we'll do 15 and 16. We have the next class. May fate and fate decide your fortune. And if you enjoy this, buy the books at pharoslounge.com. We'll contribute to the latest Kickstarter. Peace, love, and war. I gotta go take a dump.